Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in, and I have found proof that Zillow appears to be manipulating the housing market by overvaluing property. And I have found numerous listings on Zillow that have had a massive surge of value indication over the last couple of weeks. So what does this mean, and why is Zillow increasing their Zestimate by unprecedented numbers? You guys, this is really, really wild, and I need you guys to do me a favor. As we go along this video, I want you guys to access Zillow on your own and look in your local housing market and tell me whether or not you can find similar patterns to what I'm about to show you. And throughout this video, I'm also going to show you guys how value really works, and I'll show you guys additional providers that allow us to see what really is going on with home values around the nation. And if you guys can, do not forget, I am not a financial advisor, even though my bio is as a realtor, a loan officer, and CE instructor in real estate in Texas. And you guys, do me a favor, like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Shoot me a comment below, and I absolutely need you to know I love hearing from you. But either way, guys, let's get started on this video right now. Quick reminder, Zillow did lose $881 million, you guys, almost $1 billion in 2021 as a result of their home flipping business, or rather, as a result of being overly aggressive on their Zestimate algorithm. And I want you guys to always remember how Zillow has failed us and really essentially, at least in my opinion, added to the fear of missing out. They added to the housing market bubble, and anything that happens in the future, in my opinion, because Zillow is so big and 50% of Americans use Zillow to research housing market information, because of all those things, I believe they're partially at fault. Do me a favor and comment whether or not you believe they're partially at fault for what's been going on, or maybe you believe that they're not at fault at all. Either way, you guys, let me know what you think. So take a look what I found, you guys. When we access Zestimate History, okay, so this is a listing, this is in Kingwood, this is the area that we've been monitoring. You guys have seen me reference Kingwood for the last year and a half. Take a look at what I found, guys. Look at this massive skyrocket upward. Okay, so right around September, you guys, Zillow started massively increasing the Zestimate values for properties. To me, this is absolutely shocking and it's absolutely crazy, and they're doing it right in front of our faces. And this is just one listing. Again, you guys, values can't, they're basically saying here that values from June to right now went up $64,000, y'all. That's over 10% in 1 month. Again, according to Zillow's estimate, they're saying that this house went up 10% in 1 month. Look at that. That's crazy. Don't worry, you guys. I have multiple listings like this. It's not just one, and I have multiple listings like this in several price points. Here's an upper price point, y'all. This home is for sale for $2.6 million. Who cares about that? What I want to bring to your attention is what Zillow is doing with their Zestimate. Again, you guys, back in June, okay, back in July, they said this home is worth $1.6 million. Zillow is saying within 1 month, according to their Zestimate, again, within 1 month, home value went up almost $1 million. This is absolutely ridiculous. There is, in my opinion, obviously, I don't know how the algorithms are programmed. I don't know how this works, but when I see this as a consumer, and if I was interested in selling my house and I saw this, I would probably want to sell my house. If Zillow said my house went up $1 million in 1 month, I'm out of here. I'm going to sell my house. But you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this Zestimate, what Zillow is doing, at least from these listings, is wrong. And here's another one, guys. This is listed at $379,900. And look, again, back around May, they had the Zestimate at $248,000. They're saying this house went up $130,000 within 2 months. Now, here's what I find interesting, guys, and I believe this may be what Zillow is doing. It appears to me that all they're doing to determine value is taking what people are listing their homes for. If we see right here in June, they had this property valued at $452,000. Oh my gosh. But recently, they have taken the value down to $388,000. Now, if you guys notice up here, there has been a price cut about a week ago for $20,000. So what I'm curious about is whether or not they're manipulating the market by just taking whatever's on MLS. I think they might be doing that, you guys, because again, they listed the property, the value shot up, they cut the value of the property, and then the value shot down. This is blowing my mind. Here's a fourth property in Houston listed at $599,000. The same thing happened. Y'all, back in March, they only had this house valued at in March for $385,000. So again, less than 6 months later, they're saying it went from 385 to 599,000. How? Why? What happened to make this house shoot up, what, $200,000 according to their Zestimate in 6 months? Why are they doing this? What is happening? This is shocking. Last but not least, look at this bad boy right here. This is listed for $568,000. But again, look at this massive skyrocket upward with their Zestimate. Y'all, back in August, you guys see this right here. Back in August, that was what, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, the Zestimate had this home priced at $487,000. Less than 1 month later, literally 2 weeks later, they're now telling us that this house is worth another $80,000 at $568,000. Are you kidding me right now? When I look at this stuff, to me, all this is doing is supporting fear of missing out. It's allowing people to assume house values are still going up drastically when the reality is house values have not been going up drastically. At best, they've rebounded to the last year's peak. And more than likely, now that we're heading into fall and winter, prices are only going to continue to go down because we already know overall they're going down right now. If you guys want to see another value reporting system, something that I use is CaseShiller. I'll have this linked in my description, but if you guys go to CaseShiller, it's its own algorithm. It's way better in my opinion than Zillow. Zillow is all over the place, losing hundreds of millions of dollars, but CaseShiller is a lot more accurate per se. And we can see the rebound. This is the rebound right here. So prices did go down at a historical pace, but they've also rebounded at a historical pace. Even though we had that rebound, ask yourself why that happened. We still had the excess savings, the bank bailouts in March, basically pushed out the recession, which is really what we need for the housing market to basically crumble apart. If unemployment gets unhinged, you guys, if unemployment gets unhinged, we will see prices completely collapse. Now, here's another thing I watched, guys. This is the median sales price for all houses sold in the United States, not just existing and not just new homes. And when we look at the quarter over quarter frequency, we already see we peaked back Q4 of 2022 as far as median sales price on average. And for the last 2 quarters, including Q2 of 2023, we are down. When we look at median sales price for all houses on that quarter over quarter frequency, we don't even see a rebound in prices. All we see is it peaked in Q4 of 2022 and it's been straight down since then. So in other words, there is a lot of different data. And the question is as consumers, what can we lean on and how do we really believe what people are saying? Now, I'm going to explain generally how value is created when you do a mortgage transaction specifically, is it's created by doing, or rather confirmed by doing an appraisal. An appraisal takes sold property generally in the subject properties subdivision. So they take sold property called comps from the subdivision, and then they do a comparison to the subject property. So in other words, generally value is determined by what similar homes are selling for in that same subdivision. And this is what an appraisal looks like. This is an old appraisal, something I used to train realtors. Now on the left side here is our subject property characteristics. And then on the right side is comparable number 1 right here, comparable number 2 right here, and comparable number 3 right here. Each of these houses has already sold and is in the subject property, again, which is right here. Here's the subject property, which is in the subject properties subdivision. And really the way it works is the comp starts at the gross value, which is starred right there. Every one of those stars shows the gross sales price, but an appraiser adds or subtracts based on the characteristics of the property and comes up with a net sales price, which is circled down below. Now, generally the appraisal will add those three together and then divide by 3 and come up with a value. And that's generally the way that value is created. Now, I really want to caution you guys, be careful who you're listening to, especially right now. We have so many economic headwinds going on right now, and one being PE ratio, price to earning ratio, out of control, well over 7 times. And not only that, we have payment to income ratio problems as well. And then when we add the massive equity run up, creating a bubble bigger than 2008, it's a little easier to see why we should be so concerned moving forward when it comes to the values of houses. And I say this all the time, we don't want to get trapped in a house upside down. And a lot of people say it doesn't matter if you don't have to sell. But the thing is, guys, and I want to warn everyone, and I've seen this happen already in my lifetime, people don't, or rather people usually cannot prepare for job loss. If job loss happens, it will blindside many, many people, even if they anticipate it happening. Now, other than that, guys, I hope this video enlightens you. I hope you guys got some additional new value, insights, and perspective. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck, and I hope you win.